Hello, I'm RJ Laverne with the Davey Tree Expert Company, and today we're going to address the task of repairing a broken branch on a tree. So as you can see, last night we had a storm that went through the area, and the forces from the wind actually snapped this branch. And broken branches are a common occurrence after windstorms, ice storms, heavy snow, and you'll get a breaking of the branch and a tearing of the wood fibers. Now, can we heal this branch? Can we mend this branch? And the answer, unfortunately, is no. Trees don't respond to injury like humans do. If we cut our skin, we grow new skin. But once the fibers of this wood have been broken, they will never grow back. So we could try to prop this branch up and support it and wrap it and try to mend it almost like we would a broken finger, but unfortunately it's not going to work. So we have to take the next best course of action, and that is to remove the branch at a proper location. And there's specific methods on how to do that and limit the injury to the tree. So before we get to pruning, let's start off with a little discussion of personal protective equipment. You'll notice that I'm wearing my hard hat. I tend to like to wear a hard hat whenever I'm working under the canopy of a tree. And I'm going to wear these safety glasses that will prevent anything from getting in my eyes. And since I'm going to be using a sharp saw, I've elected to use work gloves. One quick rip of the saw across your finger when you're not paying attention, and it can ruin an otherwise perfectly good day. So here's how we're going to remove this broken branch without causing more injury to the tree. First, we're going to remove the weight of this branch before we make our final pruning cut. That will eliminate the possibility that as we're making the cut, the branch will tear away and pull the bark from underneath the branch. We don't want that to happen. So the first thing that I'll do is make an undercut to this branch and then an overcut and let the branch fall away so that the weight is removed. Next, we're going to locate the proper place to make our pruning cut. And that is going to be just outside of the area where the wood fiber from the trunk meets the wood fiber from the branch. And this very specialized area is called the branch collar. We want to make sure that we don't cut into the branch collar because that will damage the trunk. But we want to remove enough of the branch so that the remaining wood can grow over that wound and close it up. So let's go ahead and make our first cut. We're going to do that on the underside of the tree to remove some of the pressure, and we'll make that cut. And then when we get about a quarter of the way through, let's go to the top side and we'll make the through cut. Now that the branch has been removed and the weight has been removed from what's remaining, we can safely go about removing the remaining branch stub. So let's look at the trunk, and we can easily identify this swollen area where the wood fibers from the trunk overlap the wood fibers from the branch. And it's here that we will make our cut and make it nice and straight without worrying about the bark falling away. So here I go on my cut, and you can see that I'm outside of the branch collar, and I'll make that cut all the way through safely to the other side. So what we wind up with is a nice clean cut just outside of the branch collar and this tree will be able to grow new wood tissue that will cover up the pruning wound. Now let's talk a little bit more about safety. Never ever use a chainsaw above where you can reach, above your shoulders. On a branch this size, you can easily cut that with the proper hand tool. Don't ever use a chainsaw while on a ladder. And if you encounter a broken branch that is beyond your safe capabilities, make sure that you call a qualified tree worker or arborist, and they'll safely remove the branch. Don't take chances with power tools, and don't take chances with falling off of ladders. Do the right thing, call a qualified professional. That's about all there is to mending a broken branch. It comes down to making the proper pruning cut and allowing the tree to grow new wood tissue over that wound. Thanks for joining us.